Okay, today is Wednesday, March the 23rd. Today I have my meeting with Dr. Joe Aguillard about my painting. The painting in question, I guess, is the one I painted last year and was in the Druid Student Art Show and got pulled down because of nudity, and it was taken down last year. It's kind of in the same situation where I got a call and it was like, hey, we gotta take your painting down. Well, this past Saturday, I got a call from Mr. Roper and he said, hey, we have bad news. And I said, what's up? And he said, well, they came and took your painting. And asked what the deal with that was. Well, he had gotten a call from administration and they were asking about it, about the painting that caused trouble last year and had to be taken down. And they asked if he knew where it was, and he said, well, I'm not sure. And I said, well, let me go look for it. And he went up to the studio, assuming it was there, which is right, because it was, and found it and decided to go ahead and bring it on downstairs. He said he was kind of put in a position where he didn't really want to say where it was, but figured it would be better if he told. So he got it and brought it down to his office and got a call back later, and they asked if he had found it and said, yes, it's in my office, and pretty much said, it's here, nobody's going to see it, it's not going to bother anybody. And they said, okay. And it was my impression that he thought things were over with. And then they showed up at his office and took my painting. The whole time, I didn't know any of this was going on. I didn't know until after he called me. Well, with everything that's going on with Reynoso right now, I want my painting back. Because Reynoso he's not officially fired, but he's not allowed on campus, and that's all very suspect. And the thing is, that painting is old news. They've taken it down. They did that. They had that was addressed. And there's nothing scandalous about the painting. It's the first in a series I'm working on that's dealing with the idea of the skin as being drapery and the fabric that covers the human body. And it wasn't meant to be salacious or titillating in any way. It's basically this woman who's lost a lot of weight and has all this extra sagging skin. But the issue is that it's nude, and that's the biggest problem, I guess. And I just don't want them to have my painting because I don't want it to be used in any way to slander Reynoso, because he's done nothing wrong. And in actuality, I'm the one who, I painted the painting. There's nothing wrong with it. At any other school, this wouldn't be a problem. And he wasn't even the juror for that show. So, yes, he did allow it to be in the choices, but he's not the one who picked it. And, I mean, not that I'm, I wouldn't hold anything against Bob Howell. He was the juror. I think he had excellent taste. It was my painting. So I think it deserved to be in the show, and I understand why they took it down, and I thought this was all over with, but then they go and get it, and I want my painting back. I have a show coming up that I need that painting for, and even if that weren't the case, I'd still want it back, because it's mine, and they're going to use it, kind of point at and laugh at and say, this is something horrible, this is something wrong, this is something that shouldn't have been done on campus, when, in all honesty, in my heart, that's not the case. I don't feel that way, because it's not that way. It's just a painting, and I don't want it to be used like that. I don't want it to be laughed at, made fun of. I don't appreciate the fact that I wasn't told it was going to be taken. I kind of feel like it's theft to some degree, and we'll just see how the meeting goes today. And I don't know. I'm kind of a little sick about all this. It's very strange. The classes have been disrupted. They divided up the classes between the faculty that's left, which is basically the 2 full-time faculty and the adjuncts. So we're kind of left not knowing what to do, what's going on, sort of. It's sad. But we'll see how everything goes today. I am going today with my mom because I don't feel comfortable going alone. I've had a meeting with Aguillard before. He was very unprofessional. He continually answered his business phone and cell phone during our meeting and wouldn't stay on topic. I came to address my painting that had been taken down. I went in not wanting to be angry and not trying to approach the issue. I understood why it was taken down, and I was trying to respect that. But I just wanted to discuss why it was taken down and how everything that happened was sort of an embodiment of the disconnect there is between administration and the student body. I mean, we don't know what's going on until 2 days after it happens. And, well, luckily I have professors looking out for me and they tell me the day of, but it's always after the fact. And he just didn't want to stay on topic and actually put me in the position of naming names of what students have talked about this and why do I feel that there's this problem? Why do I feel that administration has failed in any way? And who could possibly be saying these things? And he was putting a lot of pressure on me to name names, and I didn't want to be a rat. I did name one student, Terry Wiley, who had graduated that year, but that was because I felt safe I could do so without Terry suffering any kind of consequences. But we'll see how things go today. Like I said, I'm taking Mom. She's going to be my buddy and sort of stand there for me, make sure everything's okay, kind of be a witness. Also, I may be recording it because, honestly, I don't feel like I can trust the man. Everything that's been going on with Reynoso and his very just sickening treatment of this. I mean, he let the guy go, and he has kids. He has 5 kids, 5 kids. But I just don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll update you. I'll update me, I guess. Wish me luck.